Hello everybody and welcome to this video, to this channel if this is the first time you are ever here. And here we have it, one more build guide for this game. We have made so many builds so far all of these past 7 years, and we will be making more in the future, I guess. Hopefully many more. But we will be able to do that with your support, which means that you can, if you like the content of this channel, you can subscribe. It is free to subscribe on YouTube, and you can hit the like button on the videos that you like, so that this way you can support a little bit with the algorithm to spread out the word of Titan Quest. It seems like we are back to fashion builds, because I made this build because of fashion reasons. Why? Because of these 4 items. These 4 armor items come with Eternal Embers DLC, and actually you can find them only in the Eternal Embers Act. They come from the Egypt area of Eternal Embers Act. And for example, it is the AMARNIAN rare items. AMARNIAN boots, AMARNIAN braces, AMARNIAN helm. This is how your character's outfit looks, so this is the original outfit. And how it looks with this item equipped, for example. So, because I think that this set of items, which is not a set but it is a set visually, not a set as in statistic, it looks great, and I wanted to make a build based on this one. This is why we call it the AMARNIAN, because of this set of items. I decided to go with Battle Mage, and I decided to go with Warfare and Earth Masteries. I wanted to be dealing some fire damage. I think that these weapons, which is the Lavatine, fire based, I mean the theme of the item is fire, not the base weapon damage, because always the base weapon damage on swords is physical, not fire. But I think that it looks great with this one, in combination with this one, this set anyway of items. And I decided to go with this one. So first, the attribute points. I spent 6 points on health to reach 5000. I didn't spend any points on energy. I spent most of my points to strength and dexterity, a little bit more on dexterity, nothing on intelligence. Why a little bit more on dexterity? Because I wanted to increase my offensive and defensive abilities. For melee builds, offensive ability is very crucial. In Legendary you need to have at least 800 to be at an okay, state of things. 800 at least. And the defensive ability you always need as much as possible. Now the skills. In Warfare Mastery we have maxed out, of course, weapon training, because we get offensive ability and attack speed with swords. We have maxed out the dual wield tree, all 4 skills, because we are dual wielding. We have spent only 1 point of battle rage to get sometimes this buff to offensive ability. The 14 damage is not really crucial. It helps a little bit, but it doesn't really matter. The offensive ability matters. The dodge attacks is maxed out as well. I haven't maxed out the battle standard yet, but I will do it in the future. Triumph is maxed out, but not really. I can spend 1 more point on this one. Onslaught is maxed out. Very awesome skill for this specific build, because we have fast attacking speeds, and we also need more physical damage buffs with these weapons. We have Ignore Pain at level 5. We will max it out in the future, and we have Ardor, which is maxed out, but we can spend 1 more point at least. The Warweed and Lacerate are both maxed out. They help very much dealing damage to multiple enemies, 8 targets maximum. And remember, on these 8 targets maximum, if you hit 8 targets with this build, you will apply both damage, burn damage over time that we get from items and the Earth Mastery skills, and you will also apply the bleeding damage of this one. And on top of that, of course, you will deal the instant physical and pierce damage that you have with your weapons. So it is a very good combination. In Earth Mastery we have maxed out the Earth Enchantment, which provides more burn damage and fire damage buffs at flat fire damage. The Brimstone, which provides more burn damage and physical damage, and this one is not maxed out. I will max it out in the future probably. Volatility is maxed out and on +2. On +4, sorry. I have spent only 1 point on this one, Heat Shield, to get this physical resistance buff. And the damage, this damage absorption is against fire only, not any other type of damage. We have the Volcanic Orb, which is totally maxed out. All 3 skills are maxed out and on +4. For this build I wanted to be able to deal as much damage as possible with Volcanic Orb, so I decided to max out these things. This is the build when it comes to skills. Now for the items. We have the Strength of Pagum. This comes with Eternal Embers DLC and it is awesome. It is probably the best artifact in the game overall, because it provides many resistances and also buffs to damage and offensive ability. So overall, this one is a perfect, you could say, artifact for every single type of build. Even for pet builds, because it gives you resistances. We have the Veteran's AMARNIAN Robe of Impetus. Veterans is awesome because it provides defensive ability, physical resist, and chest to avoid projectiles. Great survivability item, and I'm with the Rigid Carapace, which provides 2x pierce resistance. We have the Hallowed AMARNIAN Hood of Power, amazing item, very nice base armor of the item, and then we get the Hallowed, which provides vitality resistance and plus on those skills, and the energy power, the energy points from the power suffix, and okay. And I went with poison resistance because it is not good. Impenetrable AMARNIAN Braces of Aten. This is amazing, and it also provides the bear damage over 6 seconds, which is also applied with our weapon attacks, and with our weapon attacks we also apply the bear damage that we get from the skills of Earth Mastery. So we can say that we apply lots of bear damage. Those numbers, they do not actually stack together. When you have a bear damage over 6 seconds and you have bear damage over 3 seconds, which comes from the skills, for example, what actually happens is that you hit the enemy once, you apply first one of the two, the damage over 3 seconds, and when that is over, the next one, the damage over 6 seconds is applied automatically, even if you don't hit the enemy again. And this is how it works. This is how you apply two types of damage over time that have different duration. And a way to test this thing is actually very easy way, is to go and use if you have the Sickle of Kronos, the Adamantine Sickle of Kronos, which has around, let's say, 1000 bleeding damage over 30 seconds. You can put on that item, because it is not a legendary item, you can put the component which is the Bloodlettings component relic, which also adds bleeding damage over time. And when you go and hit the enemy, you will see that that bleeding damage over time, which is over 3 seconds of the component, will deal the damage, or yeah, it will deal its own damage, and then when that 3 seconds is over, you will see that automatically the damage, the rest of the bleeding damage of the weapon itself will start working on the boss. I did this test some years ago. I think that I have also made a video of that test. You should be able to find it. And as far as I remember, this is how it works. First, the low number of duration over 3 seconds is applied, then when it is over, automatically the other number starts working on the enemy, even if you haven't hit the enemy again. So here we have the Hail AMARNIAN Sandals of Might. Very nice item, buffs to strength, to health, and more resistances on the Yeti Fure component. I went with the Resistant Medallion of the Tinkerer because I wanted resistance at health points, and I went with Persephone's Ring because I wanted this big buff to elemental resistance and you know, energy cost reduction and defensive ability. So the weapons are both the Lavatine. This is how we get +4 to all skills in Earth Mastery, +2 from this one and +2 from this one. And of course both weapons provide the buffs to fire damage and bear damage, the percentages. Those percentages are global. The flat bear damage over 3 seconds is not global. This one, the 744 bear damage over 3 seconds, doesn't stack with this one, 720. And vice versa, they don't stack because weapon with weapon, flat numbers do not stack. But the percentages, 41% and 34% bear damage, these are global stats, and these stack together. For example, you get 33% fire damage from this one, plus 41, so you get 74% to this one and 74 to this one. And 74% to all spells, whatever you have that deal this type of damage anyway. We also have the Ignite Foe skill from these weapons, but I don't use it because I don't like it. It is a bit useless in legendary difficulty especially. So this is the build. I will activate this skill and this one. We have 80% fire resist, 76 cold, 26 lightning, 56 pierce, 41, 10, 0, 56 physical, which is awesome to have because this one is not the best. So physical damage also mitigates, physical resistance also mitigates physical damage, and armor mitigates physical damage. So these two work now in combination, you could say. And things are very good with physical mitigation. These are the numbers of damage, but these go up because we use onslaught, and onslaught buffs up physical damage and attack speed, so it is even better. These are secondary resistances, good enough I would say, especially these two are very important. Movement speed is not the best for this build, it is the standard movement speed, it is a slow build. When you activate onslaught, you run a little bit faster. This is the idea of this build, it is a fashion build, but it is strong as a fashion build. Let's go now kill some enemies, for you to see some gameplay. We also have the war wit, which makes you run a little bit. These enemies didn't die, they almost died. As we saw there, we applied with this one, we apply bleeding damage and fire damage over time on the enemy. So as you can see, the damage output of this build is very good. Of course, when it comes down to fighting enemies that have super high fire resistances, but the good thing is that we don't have many enemies that have super high fire resistances, but anyway, when you fight those enemies, the fire damage will not be very effective, but at least you still have very good physical damage output, because we also have the volatility buff of Earth Mastery, which can give you 1 of 3 hits can use that buff, and they can deal how many times more of physical damage? At least 2 times. These are the numbers of damage at high levels of onslaught being active. By the way, I have already completed, I started the journey of this character as a legendary hero at level 7 instantly, and I completed Act 1 in legendary difficulty, and I didn't get killed. 0 deaths. So this build also has good survivability. Maybe not the best, but it is good enough. And let's not forget that when things get tough, we can put down the battle standard, which provides damage absorption. And that one helps mitigate incoming damage of all types even more. Of course, what this build could utilize very nicely is attack damage converted to health, but I wasn't lucky enough to have the chance to put such a stat on this build. Enemy down.
Not going to die.
Easy. So, this is it guys. This build is very simple to play, as you can see. Not many skills to use. It is that, of course, one of the downside is that it is not fast moving, but what can you do? You cannot have everything. It is a build that it is a build. So thanks for watching this video. Remember to subscribe if you like the content of this channel. It is free to subscribe. If you want, of course, to support this channel even more, you can become a member. We have 3 different tiers of membership. If you like the video, hit the like button to support the content with the algorithm, and I will see you very soon with more videos and live streams. Have a great day.